Next we will discuss about document.write. Document.write. What is the use of document.write function? It is an output function of document object. It prints the output in the same page but on a new screen. We will see a real world example how to use document.write, and the output is temporary and it is cleaned up automatically when you reload the page. And also the main advantage of document.write is it allows to use HTML markup for formatting the output that you cannot do in alert function or confirm function. Alert and confirm function will not allow any markup to format the message. We will make a note about this. It is an output function of document object that prints the output in the same page but on a new screen. However, the output is temporary and it is cleaned up automatically when you reload the page. It allows to use HTML markup for formatting the output. So this is about document.write function. And one more thing we have to note down is we have a note. Just now we have discussed about that. Alert and confirm function will not allow any markup to format the message. We will see an example how to use document.write function in our web page. Just go to Visual Studio Code, go to JavaScript folder, create a file, name it as a5.html. Inside this doc type, after that HTML, then we have head section and body section. So inside body section, we will create a form. Inside this form, we will write some like enter name, input, type we use as text. I will give ID like text name, then close it. Use another input tag. I will give type as button. I will give a value or register. Then I will use a function. I will use an event to call my function, onClick event. After writing method, we will mention that after writing function, we will mention that function in my onClick event. So after this I will put a BR for line space. Then I will write, then I will use a div tag. This div tag is for showing our message. I will give a ID name as MSG. So I'm using a form and I'm using two input elements. One is to write a text like name or student name or employee name, and I'm using another input with type button to register that name. Then I'm using on click event. I have to write function and I have to call that function from this on click event. Then I'm using a div tag. In this div tag, I want to print a message like whatever the name I'm writing here. I want to print that message in this div tag. How it is possible, we will do now. Just go to head section. Write a script tag. Insert the script tag. I want to write a function like function register. Click. This is my function name. Inside this function, I want to use a variable called name is equal to, and I want to use document dot get element by ID. Get element by ID. This is my ID. So I have to get my name. For name, I have given type text and ID is equal to txt name. You have to take this ID name, txt name to this get element by ID. Txt name dot value. What you are doing in this line, whatever name I am printing in my input element, for this input element I am giving a ID name called txt name. In my function, whatever register dot click, I am creating a name variable and I am using document dot get element by ID. This text name, whatever I am writing here, I want to forward whatever the name I am printing, I am typing here. I want to forward that by using ID name. Whatever the name, for example, I am writing a name like HTML. So I want to send that HTML to my name variable. How is it possible? I have to give for my input element a ID name. By using that ID name, I am getting that value, whatever I am typing here. For example, HTML. I'm taking that value and I'm storing in a name variable. The value I'm getting, the value or name, whatever I'm writing, I'm forwarding it to my name variable by using ID name like txt.name. Then by using this ID name, I'm storing my name, whatever I'm writing in my name variable. Then I want to print a message by using document.write function. Inside this document.write function, like we will print a message like hello. Then I want to use my variable name. Whatever I'm getting value from this ID is equal to txt name, I'm forwarding this txt name to my document dot to my function. You have to call this function from onClick event. Our function name is register click. Now we will see execution flow of our page. Whenever I have written a name, like I am writing HTML, that HTML will be forwarded to my function. I have written a HTML in this. Then I have gave for this input element ID is equal to txt name. Whenever I click on register button, my on click event will be raised. After rising of my on click event, inside on click event, we have a function called register click. Control will goes to my register click function. Inside register click function, I am creating a name variable. Inside name variable, I want to store this name. How we can get that name? By using document.getElement by ID. By using document.getElement by ID, txt name dot value. Whatever the value we are storing inside this ID will be forwarded to my name variable. Then whatever we are storing in name variable, I want to print on my print as output from my document.write function. So in this I'm using hello. After that I'm using name variable to print my name. Here we did a mistake. It is a function. Yeah, now it is perfect. Just save it. Control S. So we have done with our program. After storing whatever the value I'm getting from this ID, whatever I'm typing, my name, for that element I'm giving a ID is equal to txt name. Then control goes to register click method. After clicking on my register, then by using ID name I'm taking the value whatever I'm typing here, that value I'm storing in my name variable. I want to print whatever I want to print by using document.write function. So in document.write function I am just writing hello and I'm using this variable called name. Whatever we are storing in name variable I want to print with hello string. That's the reason I'm using plus name here, and I'm using a div tag here. I'm using div tag here because whatever the output we are getting, I want to print in this div tag. Whatever the output I am getting from document.write function, that I am storing in a MSG variable, and I am printing this MSG variable in my div tag by using id is equal to MSG. This is the execution flow of our program. Just go to our browser, open our web page. Our web page name is a5.html. Refresh it. We are getting our HTML page. Just type HTML or my name, any name you can type, Hemant. Just click on register. Here we are getting output as hello Hemant. This is what we can achieve by using document.write function we are using in our program. Next we will discuss about inner text and inner HTML. Fourth one, inner HTML. What is inner HTML? It is a property which is used with HTML element that can present text, and it also allows various formats for that text. By using markup, we can use our HTML tags inside this inner HTML. We will see a real world program how we can use inner HTML in our web page. First we will make a note about this. It is a property used with HTML elements that can present text, and it also allows various formats for text by using markup or formatting functions. We will see inner HTML. We will see inner HTML and inner text at same time in same program. Next we have inner text. Inner text. What is inner text? We will discuss now. It is similar to inner HTML, but it will not allow any formats with markup or functions. Inner text will print only a plain text. It will not allow any HTML tags inside this inner text. First we will make a note about this. It is similar to inner HTML but will not allow any formats with markup or functions. We will see a real world example how we can use inner HTML and inner text in our web page. Just go to Visual Studio Code, create a new file. In our JavaScript folder, I am creating a file with a6.html, then doc type HTML, head section and body section. So in body section, we will use a div tag. In this div tag, for this div tag, I will give a ID name as MSG message. In head tag, I will write our JavaScript code in our script tag. Inside the script tag, I will write a function like function delete click. Inside this function, we will use confirm function. For example, I am using x variable. Confirm function I am using in this. In this, I want to print a record will be deleted. Next, I am using my MSG variable. Inside this MSG, I want to store document dot get element by ID. MSG. Next, I will use if condition. I will write a condition like x double equal to true. I will use MSG dot inner. I will use inner text here is equal to a record deleted. Then I will use else. In else, I will use MSG dot inner HTML. Inside this, inside inner HTML, we can use HTML tags. So I want to use font tag and color. Color has red. Action cancelled. Then I want to close my font tag. So this is our web page. I will explain you the execution process, how our web page is executing. Here I am writing a div tag. For this div tag, I'm giving a ID name is equal to MSG, and I'm writing a function delete click. Inside delete click, I'm creating a X variable, and I'm writing confirm function with record will be deleted. Whenever I get this confirm message in my screen, if I click on OK, we will get two options like OK or cancel. If I click on OK, then this confirm function will return a boolean value called true. The true value will be stored in my X variable, and I'm creating a message variable, and I'm storing document.getElementById MSG. Whatever message I'm getting, I'm storing in my MSG. I'm using this MSG tag, MSG ID here. So by using document.getElementById, this whatever the div tag we have, whatever the message we are getting, I'm storing in my MSG variable, and I'm writing if else condition. If this X is returning true, I want to print this MSG dot inner text is equal to record deleted. If this X is returning false, if I click on cancel, it will return false to my X variable. If it is false, then our else code will be executed as MSG dot inner HTML, then action cancelled will be executed in our page. By using this div id is equal to MSG, I am creating a MSG variable is equal to document.getElementById is equal to MSG. In this MSG message, in this MSG, I want to store a value like record deleted or action cancelled. That should be printed inside my div tag. That's the reason I'm using inner text and inner HTML, but I'm writing if else condition. If our confirm message is returning true will be stored in X. Then if X is true, then our if condition is executed with MSG dot inner text is equal to record deleted. This our MSG variable inside this record deleted will be stored if our X is equal to true. If I click on cancel, then our confirm function will return false to my X variable. Then our condition our if condition will become false. Then else condition will be executed. Inside else condition, I am using MSG.innerHTML. This MSG.innerHTML indicates store this inner HTML inside this MSG variable. I am storing action cancelled with our HTML markup inside this MSG variable. Then our MSG variable, whatever we are storing, that will be printed inside this div tag. Save it, Ctrl S, go to browser. Our HTML page name is a6.html. Just a6.html, click on enter. We have to use onload function, onload event. Inside this onload event, call our delete click function, save it, Ctrl S, go to browser, refresh it. Yeah, confirm function is asking me record will be deleted. If I click on OK, our confirm function will return true. I am clicking on OK. It is showing me record deleted. Our confirm message returned true to my X variable. Then X is equal to true. Our if condition is executed with msg.innerHTML. I want to store, this indicates I want to store this record deleted inside this MSG variable, and I want to print whatever we have in MSG variable inside this div tag. This is what happening. Now we will click on cancel in our confirm function. Whenever I click on cancel, our confirm function will return false. That false will be stored in X variable. So if condition will not be executed. Control goes to else condition. Inside else condition, I want to store this action cancelled with our HTML markup inside this MSG variable and print that MSG variable inside this div tag. We will check it, go to browser, refresh it, record will be deleted. I will click on cancel. HTML should be capital HTML. Then save it, Ctrl S, go to browser, refresh it, click on cancel. Then our web page, in our web page we are seeing action cancelled with HTML tag font, and inside our font we are using color red. So this is the difference between inner text and inner HTML. Inner text will print just a record deleted without any HTML tags. We cannot use markup in inner text. We can use markup tags, markup language related HTML tags inside inner HTML. That's the reason action cancel we are seeing as red color. That is what we have written in our inner HTML property. Next we will discuss about console.log. We have console.log function. So what is the use of console.log function? Console.log function is an output function which is used in JavaScript to print the output in browser console, which is available in the browser debugger. You can invoke it by using F12 function key. Nothing will be printed in web page. Whatever we are writing in console.log, it will be printed in browser console, which is available in browser debugger. First we will make a note about this and we will see how to use it in our HTML web page. It is an output function used in JavaScript to print the output in browser console, which is available in the browser debugger that you can invoke by using F12 function key. So this is a note on console.log. We will see how to work with console.log. Just go to Visual Studio Code, create a new file with a7.html. Inside I want to write doc type HTML. After that we have HTML tag. Inside HTML we have head and we have body. For this body I want to write onload event. I want to write onload event with first I have to write function onload. First I have to write function in my script tag. Inside I want to write a function body load. So we will use alert function. Inside this I want to print welcome to JavaScript, and I want to print on console.log2. In console.log I want to see page is loaded successfully. And call this body load function from my onload event. Body load, just save it, Ctrl S, go to browser. Our HTML page name is A7. Search for our HTML7 page, click on OK. So we are seeing welcome to JavaScript in our alert box. Just click on OK. Go to our browser debugger. Just click on F12 function key, console. In console, you will see page is loaded successfully. Where we have written this page is loaded successfully? Go to our Visual Studio Code. Page is loaded successfully, we have written in console.log. That's the reason it is printing in our console. Page is loaded successfully. This is how we can use console.log in our web page.